What's going on, everybody?
What's going on, everybody? David Mitchell here, and Valdaria, my wife, in Voice of Autism, episode 193. And we're out eating ice cream right now.
Yeah, I just wear my lipstick. I love wearing lipstick at night. And we have our friend coming up tonight.
Mm-hmm. You want to talk first?
You want to talk first your stuff?
Oh boy.
You're the man.
It's something I'm going to bring up that if you guys remember before my wife got here, I did talk about this back in the old house and when we first moved in about eugenics and how I don't support them. They're at it again. Trying to bring it up again, Autism Speak. You gotta know how I'm dead against that organization because they're a hate group. Oh, look at you. Hey man.
What's up, man?
You doing good tonight? But what we're saying is that Autism Speak a hate group and they want to get rid of us autistic by mass genocide.
Ouch.
Most people don't realize that. That's their true goal. And I just don't know why people just don't realize saying, hey, their goal is to get rid of autistic people. They don't deserve to be called that. But yeah. Well, they tried to shut our voices up before.
Mm-hmm.
They tried to sue us for we won't be able to speak. But yeah. But the thing is that they're an actual hate group. And nobody think about that. Mm-hmm. 1 minute. Okay. But they really don't like autistic people. Like if autistic people spoke out about them, they'll try at nothing to shut their voices up. Run away. We got the dogs in here. But the reason why I brought it up because it's something I know back from that happened during 2019 that I was not surprised at that is real concerning. The thing that is real concerning is that it's the prenatal test. The prenatal tests are what they use to see if some autistic kids, before they even are diagnosed, while they're still in the room when the person is pregnant, see if the kid is autistic or not before they're even born.
Mm-hmm.
I don't support it because there is a dark reason why. Let's go to did happen in Sweden because there are prenatal tests for parents who are pregnant to see if their unborn child have Down syndrome or not. And there, in 2019, they had no baby born with Down syndrome. Do you know the reason why? Prenatal test. And that prenatal test gave the parent, oh, no, we don't want to have a baby that have Down syndrome. Get an abortion. Yep.
Sorry, guys. I was doing some...
The reason why I don't support it because abortions are pretty bad.
Yep. That's true.
People who support abortion are narcissistic sociopaths. I don't choose it because I'm a male or because of religion. Because the people who do it are technically sociopaths who don't want their life ruined by something a baby or a kid. That's why this generation is becoming crooked and very corrupted because they're getting away with stuff that would be looked down upon back then. I know there was stuff bad back then too. It's a double-bladed sword. But I understand why some parent or why some female don't want to have kids. But killing it because of your selfish needs, I'm sorry, but that's just selfish. Like literally. Now, if the baby is going to end up causing you to die, then I understand. Then you can. But not if it that way, you know? Like, if baby going to kill you, like, call you to medical problems, then yeah, I can understand that. But if you're a perfect, healthy human being who can have baby, and you don't want to give it away, and you didn't want to kill it because you don't want to have to pay the money or know that you have a kid out there, that's selfish because most of the female, I'm not trying to be sexist or anything, they mostly choose abortion because it's their selfish acts.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally, some of these girls are selfish. Like when they have their life already ready, and like they're already there, and then we get pregnant, and they choose to kill a baby, just because they think it's going to ruin their life. That's the reason why abortion exists, to give narcissistic females a way to kill the baby without having to go to jail. Heck, I guarantee narcissistic males would do the same if they were able to have baby. Like if a male was able to have a baby, and they don't want to have it, they would probably do that damn same thing. Because if you do an abortion, you're technically killing a living human being. It does count as murder.
Mm-hmm.
And using the excuse saying, "Oh, it entertained," that don't give you an excuse. I'm sorry, but most of the people who support what it called pro-life, but it mostly run by narcissistic people who are narcissistic, who don't want to have babies because they want to be selfish. Look at the day and age, like the boomers. If the boomers were able to, they would never have kids and they would fuck all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Just think about it. Because the boomers really fucked our generation up. They really screwed up our economy. They're taking money. They're just straight up selfish. Just one grandma told me she will never give money to her grandkid or her own kids. Said that she's going to go down to Florida where all the NIMBYs and all the boomers are. So just think about it. If pro-life existed back then, they would do it in a heartbeat because they don't care about their kids.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that right, baby? You want to say something about that?
No, you can do more. You knew better.
But
thank you.
Jane is about an autistic. With the abortion and prenatal test, combine that. Like Autism Speak is trying to find a way to do prenatal test to see if anybody have kids or like before the kid is even born, see if it's autistic or not. And if it is, the parent can go ahead and do an abortion, which I do not support because there are a lot of narcissistic parents out there who are neurotypicals
Mm-hmm.
who will, in a heartbeat, and I mean in a heartbeat, if they heard the word autistic come out before the baby even born, they'll probably say, yeah, we need an abortion, kill the baby. They'll probably say that. I'm sorry, but it is one of the reasons why I don't support abortion and prenatal tests.
Mm-hmm.
And the other reason why is because of humanity.
Mm-hmm.
Albert Einstein said it in one of his books. He said, when you learn to make it where you don't have to have baby when you don't want them to and where you want to, humanity is over with. That was one thing he said. Because one, we're getting to the point where we can control if we want to have kids whenever we want and when we don't want to have them. Meaning, if we end up getting pregnant when we don't want to, what we'll do is before the baby even born,
Yikes.
before the baby even born, they'll abort it because we don't give a damn if the baby lives or not. Like literally, heck, what if it would cause the mother to die,
Mm-hmm.
then I understand, and then it's understandable to have the abortion. But in the other circumstances, no, except if it inbreed. Inbreed, yeah, abortion.
Yeah.
Because inbreeds, they do suffer a lot. We are having ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
I am pro-life, but I don't use religion. I use science
Mm-hmm.
for my reasoning and for humanity. Because once you are able to make it where parent can choose to abort a kid,
Mm-hmm.
you did jeopardize the human race right there. You know? And if you look at it, most people who do abortions now, it's okay if it's a person under 18 because if they're raped, then yeah, they could get abortion. But if they're doing that just to get back at the guy that they were with, then because plenty of girls would do that just for revenge.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the thing, females, I'm not trying to be sexist, are actually taking advantage and trying to make a system where they can control stuff in their way and make it where guys who are victim, like there were guys out there who are victim. Look, I'll bring it up.
Mm-hmm.
A female can attack a guy, and if guy calls the cop, they'll tell the guy, "You are lucky that you did not kill the girl or beat her up." Or sometimes they will arrest him instead. That technically means the victim, even if it's a guy, they still get sexually assaulted violently and get domestic abuse against him. Like, if a girl hit a guy, everybody will laugh. But if a guy hit a girl, everybody will beat up that guy. That's how two-faced our society is and how sexist it is. Like, literally. Let me put my bowl in this. Our society is sexist ableistic, and they go on their beliefs. They go on their prowess. Me being autistic, I know how our system is. Even my wife. Heck, I'll be honest, I'll be probably a stay-at-home husband, do the chores while she works. Isn't that right?
Mm-hmm. Do you hear that, Mama?
Like, I would do that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would let her be the breadwinner. And yet, I'm not sexy because if I was, I would be the breadwinner.
Or the
Because,
controlling husband or someone else.
exactly, and I'm not. Heck, I'll bring that up. Guys who controlled and try to be dominant and try to be controlling, like control who their life or girls can see, are awful people. Yeah. The same go with girls who do that to guys.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we want the world to be equal, we gotta see both sides the same way. Isn't that right, babe?
Mm-hmm.
You want to tell them about that video that I showed you? About that girl,
I
Jim?
forgot.
Well, I can't play because I don't want to get copyrighted. But it talked about how
The guys were
why guys are afraid of girls.
afraid of girls, like they have to get married to this girl, and
The girl can
they
take
have to
everything
from this guy, and the girls have to be dominant, for which is not really good.
And then there are greedy girls who will take money from the guy and put them in the ground.
Not only for girls, but if not the girl who is a dominant, it's the girl's mom.
Mm-hmm.
The girl's mom should be the role to be the role model for both, because the reason why you got married, not because one will be the dominant, the other is the submissive. Y'all have to be more equal.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you act like you are the dominant, then you imprison your own, let's say, if not the wife, the wife's daughter. Oh.
And can I take it like what I said earlier? Like if a guy caught a cop against his wife or girlfriend beat him up, the cop will probably sometimes say, "Man, you're lucky that you did not beat her up or killed her." Or sometimes don't put him in handcuffs and put him in jail. Literally. Like, how two-faced it and how sexist our society is against guys. It is for girls, but girls see a loophole where they can actually take advantage. Like, there are a lot of guys who've been victimized by females because the females are crooked and just want them for money. Heck, most of you meet girls who do it, who literally take the money from the dad, and instead of giving it for the kid, they'll go out shopping, taking money, buying stuff for them. Yeah, there are girls out there like that. But let me get back to what I was saying, where it about autism. To the reason why I don't support abortion and prenatal tests, because autism speaks, they can use that to do mass genocide against unborn autistics. They can kill us before we are even born, which will be a big goal for them because their goal is to eliminate autistic people. And heck, they'll instead put the other ones in hospitals or mental, exactly they're saying like mental asylums, but they'll try to put them in there, if you know what I mean. Like, autistic people, we've been fighting for the right to exist. And one thing autistic people need to do if we want to fight the right to exist, we need to be against abortions.
Yep.
If you are an autistic girl or autistic guy, you would probably understand if you've been in the community long enough. Because most of the abortions are from narcissistic females, And sometimes narcissistic males who are with them, like, literally, I had said, like, if you don't want the kid, wait until it's born and then give it up for adopted. Don't kill it.
Exactly.
Now, if you're probably going to end up dead because of baby, then yeah, that I understand. Like, that part I understand. But if it's because of that, if it rape, I understand. Then you can.
Yeah.
Like, if it rape, incest, which if having sex with family and then getting pregnant, or if the baby going to kill you because of medical issue, then yeah, then the abortion is right. But if it not, then if it not none of those, then they're no right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you and your husband agreed on killing the baby, like going to abortion just to kill it, like before it even born, that is disgusting. Dip and dip factor 10 times work because 90% of parents who have autistic kids, 90% of them are narcissistic, and they don't even want the autistic. Like, we deal with abuse because of that. ABA therapy with, so like, here, Jane, they will try to wipe autistic people off the earth,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll probably try to find ways just to annihilate us. And we've been fighting for the right to live for a long time. I'm sorry, but
Sorry, guys, I'm on the phone checking stuff.
you people out there who support abortions, you did look at yourself and said, "Am I really a monster?" Technically, you are. Now, the guy you have sex with, why it ended up getting you pregnant, and you have an abortion, and everybody take it out on you,
Mm-hmm.
then they're the awful people. Like, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but don't take it out on someone who had an abortion because they didn't want to have the baby,
Mm-hmm.
because them crooked guy that were being mean to them. Well, I'll be honest. I do understand why some people want abortions. I'll be honest. I understand why. But there were some time where the reasoning is just very pathetic and stupid and just narcissistic. There are parts. Like the one person said that they don't want to have a kid because they want to go shopping, want to hang out with the girls. I'm sorry, but you did doing it to get rid of, before you can keep on doing stuff like that. You're just a selfish, narcissistic bitch. Isn't that right, babe?
Mm-hmm.
You want to say it too?
What's the topic, babe?
About abortion and how it can be wrong, but there is a right abortion and a wrong abortion.
I would love to bring it up. I love to bring it up about the health bill in the Philippines. But also watch there in the Philippines, we talked about the RH bill, which was the most controversial amongst us, especially we're in a Catholic Christian world. Philippines is a Catholic Christian country, the first Christian Catholic country in Asia. Excuse me. They said when I was in grade 5, me and my brother, we talked about, we were given a topic about the RH bill. What is RH bill? RH bill, reproductive health bill, where you have your contraceptives, condoms, birth control pills to prevent from unwanted sexual transmitted infection.
Mm-hmm.
On the other hand, other people took it too bad that they said having kids is a blessing. Yes, having kids is a blessing. All right, but too much is also not good.
Mm-hmm.
One, overpopulation. Two,
We
lack of investment.
Like we don't invest in our younger generations like we used to, and we're really fucking up right there. Like our schools are falling apart, our education is falling apart because we are choosing the older generation over the younger generation.
Yep.
Because of the boomers. Like here, Jane, abortion was a boomer ideal
Yeah.
because
For you,
they,
it's a scientific side. Yeah.
yeah, because here, Jane, most people don't realize it, but boomers, if they had the technology we had now,
Mm-hmm.
and they were able to do abortion, I can guarantee half of me, my wife, would not be here today because of the boomers and their infection, a way they think, sweet reach into the younger generation and some people. Heck, I understand why some people want abortions because of all the violence and stuff they go through. I understand right there.
Mm.
There. Now, I understand it's right to have an abortion, but when you do it out of this selfish entitlement, because there are a lot of people taking advantage doing it right there. I'm sorry, but
Excuse me, babe. But since I grew up from a family full of Catholics, I grew up in a country full of religious Catholics and Christians. Abortion is against the law of God because when you kill a kid, a baby, it's basically infanticide. You know, like what you said that you if you can wait for this kid, this baby to grow and adopt it, if you cannot commit this to becoming a mother, a father. But look, before here's this thing. I said to myself prior to getting married to you is don't settle yourself to be pregnant or have kids. If one, you don't have financial stability. Two, if you're mentally not prepared to become a mother or a parent. Number three, if you don't know how to become a parent, basically. Number four, if you don't have enough stability in your life. Because when you become a parent, you will sacrifice the things you wanted. Like what happened to your mom. She got you at 15 or 16, right?
18. She had Mary at 15.
That's the reason why. You don't want.
It was between 14 and 15. She had Mary.
All right. That's an example of teenage pregnancy. Teenagers nowadays in my home country, I'm not being mean, whatever it is. Okay, call it narcissistic, but there are a lot of kids, teenage kids, got pregnant at the age of 14, 15, even 13. Because of the impoverished, they live in a impoverished country, impoverished areas,
and here
they don't have any. Sorry, babe. They don't have any medical support.
And here, Jane.
Sorry, babe.
The rate. Can I just say this? Right. The rate of teenage pregnancy here in the U.S. have gone down to 2002. It's been going down a lot, and it been getting rarer and rarer every year because of the. Now, it's not because of abortions. It's because of education. Instead of abortions, what we do need to do is educate and use science.
Exactly.
And do more sex ed. Because when you give the abortion, Jane, you give the teenagers, like, I guarantee, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but would you agree with me if they had abortion in the Philippines, you could guarantee the kids would keep on having sex and keep on doing abortions every time?
No. You're killing your kid. Basically, you're killing a kid.
But would you think the one who enjoys sex would do that all the time when they get a notice that they're pregnant in your country?
You cannot do sex all the time, especially you're pregnant. That's my perspective.
I know, but
I want to go back to what I'm saying is the reproductive health bill. That's the reason why I wanted to do a separate video blog about this in my Autism and Me one of these days. The reason why the reproductive health bill was the most controversial, discussed, kind of bill in the Philippines is because one, they said basically they talk about abortion, for which it's not about abortion. It is about preventing ourselves to get sexual transmitted infection. That's the reason why we have condoms, we have contraceptives, we have birth control pills, and we have this stick, stick version, the stick based birth control pill for those who cannot stand condoms or allergic to latex. That's the reason why we have RH bill and we have sex education in the Philippines. However, on the contrary, they took it bad. They freaked out, like, why they have talked about this sex education, anti-bully education, autism education. Why in my home country they took it for granted. But there's some education schools and institutions there in the Philippines, they really taught sex education. Like, of course, they're younger, but you still have to learn young about sex education. Because once you grow up, you will understand that once you get married or you want to get kinky, I'm not gonna be mean or not gonna be sexist whatsoever. I mean, we all get kinky at one point. We all have sex drives. We all have strong sex drives. We all understand that, okay? But there's also the habit to control that, to control also. I'm sorry to bring this up, but whew, this is a very sensitive thing, but this is something that we need to understand why sex education is important, why RH bill is important. I know there's no RH bill in the United States, right?
Because we've been doing sex educate for a long time now. I'll bring it up.
Some of countries different. We have RH bill, but we do sex education. I do have sex education in Catholic school though.
I know, but when I went to high school, we had a girl there who bragged, "Oh yeah, I can have sex every time, and if I get pregnant, I could go to abortion chain and abort the baby and keep having sex." We actually had a girl at my high school when I used to go to West Ashley High said that, and there are a lot of girls out there, heck, even prostitutes. Like,
How?
I'm sorry, baby. Like, it's something that people don't realize. Reason why I'm dedicated, because it will give prostitute a way to abort a baby and keep doing their chain, Like, this is where I say it is. Because it's something else that I did have brought up earlier in this live stream, but a juggalo or like a pimp will probably, if the girl get pregnant, will probably send them to a abortion lab to get the baby aborted, like literally, and where they will be out on the street next day having sex again. So this is where I say abortions, nope. But yeah, I don't support abortion because of all the crooked stuff that can be going on. Like literally, like there are dark side of abortions, and the dark side is even bigger than the light side. There are more negative with abortion than positive. Like literally, their family who gaslight and shame a person and tell them to go get an abortion to get rid of the baby. There are parents who are narcissistic out there who force their kid to have abortion. There are narcissistic people out there who don't want to have kids because they are too busy wanting to spend time shopping and with their girls and being all haughty with their guys. And there are girls out there who are enslaved by pimps, who are prostitutes, who if they get pregnant after having sex with a guy, they will probably go to an abortion lab to get that baby aborted. So this is why I don't support it.
You're having fun. But you don't spoil yourself too much, and you have to you have to break that habit about, about Doing that stuff that you have sex and then you abort your baby, it's not a good thing. It's biblical also. He said it from a scientific perspective. Me, I'm saying in a religious perspective. Okay? It's biblical. Thou shalt not kill. You have to make responsibility of that baby of yours.
Mm-hmm.
If they think that they're not going to commit, then do it yourself. Your mother or your father. If your partner, whether a girl or a boy, do not like their kid, then do it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Use as inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
I saw some of my friends got pregnant. This girl was pregnated by her ex. Then she take responsibility of that kid. And good thing she never abort this kid.
Mm-hmm.
Because she used this as inspiration for her to grow, you know?
Mm-hmm. Now here in the U.S., if a guy break up with a girl because the girl would be narcissistic and end up getting pregnant with the guy baby, that girl did to get back at him will abort the baby did to get back.
That's so weird.
That's the other negative with.
That's the negative side when a girl's narcissistic or a guy.
Now I will bring up the few positives there are.
Mhm.
Like it could probably save a female who have medical issues who can die of giving birth or having a baby. So
Mhm.
it could save them. It's good for helping rape victim.
Mm-hmm.
It's good for stop incest. So yeah, those are the positives. But and for sexual assault. But those are the only positive with it. But reason why I brought it up is because prenatal test in Switzerland, what I was talking about earlier in the live stream, reason why they had not had any people born with Down syndrome because most of the people who would have been got aborted. Like they can abort the baby up to about right before it was even born, right up until before it even born.
Mm-hmm.
So they can kill it when it already formed. In Switzerland, or not Switzerland, Sweden, my bad. But literally, it's awful. Well, because the kids who just because they're going to have a disability are treated differently, and they are not going to get a chance to be even born because of narcissistic parents who want a perfect little angel. Literally, there are parents out there who want a perfect little angel of a kid who don't have any mental disability, don't have Down syndrome, don't even have physical disability
or autism.
Bingo.
What about what you're talking about, babe?
Like, I guarantee the next couple of years, autistics are going to have to fight for the right to live. Because when the prenatal tests do come out to test unborn babies, see if they're autistic, I guarantee a lot of parents are going to get abortion before the kid is even born. For they won't have an autistic kid.
For me, as a person with autism, I mean that's basically you're killing a kid.
And you're doing mass genocide to a community.
Yeah.
A minority.
You even destroyed our autism community's pride. You know?
Mm-hmm. Like, you gotta know, I am bi. Isn't that right, babe?
Mm-hmm.
My wife knows that I'm bi. But, yeah.
But do you want me to say something about the,
Yes,
you know, how this comment run through?
Mm-hmm.
I realized, and he realized that what we got is unsolicited opinion because one, he addresses ableistic stuff.
Mm-hmm. And narcissistic behavior in society. Well, I am paying attention to narcissism, a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm. And heck, my mother-in-law was being almost controlled by my mom.
Mm-hmm.
Am I dumping stuff now?
No, it's fine.
But anyhow, it's too narcissistic for somebody who is doing bad comments about us. Even us, we're not doing anything wrong.
I know.
Sorry, I keep blinking, just being like my like this. The light is so bright, but
I know. It is. It's 12:08 in the morning.
not gonna lie, babe. But there's some people like if they don't want us, if they don't want autism community, then they don't talk to us and pay respect at least.
Mm-hmm.
Because we autistics have feelings, you know.
Yeah, and we have the right to live too.
And we have the right to do whatever we want. That's the reason why the freedom was not free at all, because it was sacrificed by the military people around the world. You know, I'm going back to the previous live stream. Freedom was not free, and the price of freedom was blood.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
Even Jesus died for us.
Chloe, off the couch.
Right, babe?
Mm-hmm. True.
Even Jesus died for us. We are sinned, but Jesus died for us, for we can live forever.
Mm-hmm.
Even some people who died from martyrdom, Christianity, they died because they fight for what they believed in, and they fight that Christianity is a special thing. And this also applies for us autism community. Okay, sorry to repeat it a lot, but y'all will not binge watch our live stream videos. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. People with autism have the right to speak up from their minds and their hearts because they're speaking on behalf of those who cannot speak for themselves, because, especially to their parents. Because one, they will not understand on what their or their kids were saying, or two, their parents might took it badly on what they were saying.
Mm-hmm.
And three, their feelings might be used against them by their own parents,
I know.
even by their own teachers. Okay, I'm sorry not to be mean, but this is based on our experience. At one point, we also made mistakes too. We
True.
autistics have mistakes, you know, but we don't deserve to be treated like dogs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we don't deserve ourselves to be treated like dirty, right?
Mm-hmm. That's true.
So we are. Like, this is an example. The topic that we have today is abortion, right? Like,
abortion and prenatal tests.
Yeah.
And narcissism.
I think it's combined into one. Like, if there are people are commenting about, judge us for their comments, that means they want to abort autism community in general.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
That's true.
We all have a lot of people with autism wanting to speak up for themselves, but they weren't able to. You have to take note of that. You have to respect us also as activists. We are speaking out to make autism community more a special and inclusive place. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that right, baby?
True. And reason why I'm dead against abortions because of all the negative way over the positive. Like, I'm not doing it because of male or like sexism. I'm doing it because of science, and because there are a lot of narcissistic people out there who use abortion just to get rid of kids because they don't want to get pregnant.
And also, I'm against abortion from a religious view because religious views, okay, babe, yours is on a scientific perspective, mine is on a religious perspective. Why I'm against abortion? Sorry, going back to that topic, abortion. I'm against abortion because one, it is something that you have to be proud of, especially when I know it's unintentional and unexpected time that you're pregnant. But you still have to appreciate that you have a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Consider those kids are a bundle of joy.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the end, if you want to become a mother, you will be proud. I have this kid. That if you got it at the legal right age.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
And
not on a younger, sorry, not to be mean, but not on a younger age that you got to be pregnant. But if you got pregnant on the 20s, which is the right time to become a mother.
The 30s are the right time.
I mean, my bad. 35, 30s, 35, the best age, babe.
Mm-hmm.
35 years old, that's the right time to become a mother because you're gonna mature and you become wise. You know what I'm saying, baby?
True.
And
Why? And here, Jane, people don't realize it. Wiseness don't come from age; it comes from experience.
exactly.
Like, you can have people who say that they're wise because they're older, but they're
Nope.
very ignorant and entitled.
Yup.
That they are mouth off.
No.
But here, Jane, some of these people, I'm just shaking my head, Jane. You gotta be fucking kidding me because of how dumb they are. But here they are, Jane. Autistic people deal with crap like that on a daily basis anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally, they're and here, Jane, most of the parents who do the or like females who do the abortion, if they had a kid anyway, they would probably abuse it to head over heel. Like I known a couple of kids, even girls who I went to high school with, said they will never support abortions because of what they went through, and they said that they told me that if they had abortion back when they were born, they would probably never been born. Oh, excuse me. Like literally, some of these are girls that out told me this. Like there were a lot of girls who agree with the like reason why abortions are bad.
Mm-hmm.
But there are girls out there who are manipulated and literally tricked into thinking that abortions are good.
Nope, it's not.
Like literally, we like I had a friend who nearly killed herself after abortions because they felt awful. I told them, learn from your mistake. Jake, don't feel bad about yourself. So, like, and they did. They ended up getting pregnant again, and instead of doing an abortion, they had a kid and gave it to someone who wanted a
Deserves
kid.
it.
And she told me that was the best decision she made, and she said, I will tell other female never do abortions. It's not worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally, we like most people think the abortions are worth it, and it really not.
It's not. It's
Don't-
killing, it's deadly too.
And it actually going to compromise the human race in a couple of years.
And their health.
Like I guarantee, in the next 100 years, human race will be fighting to live because we choose to abort kids because of narcissists. Like I can guarantee in the next 100 years we'll have that problem because an idiot who don't want to have kids who are aborting themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm sorry, but this live stream just got a little bit out of hand, but you guys see what I mean, like because there are more negatives than there are positive with abortions. The only thing that are positive is using it against when you have been raped or if you have medical problems to the point where if you have a baby it can kill you or from incest, then I can understand that where abortion is needed.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're a narcissistic Karen or someone who just simply killed the baby because you don't want to take the time or what give the baby away because of your look, because some of you do it because they're scared of their belly turning fat. That's what some of their reason why, like literally.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll literally do this. Like that's some of the reason why. But yeah.
It sucks to tell, babe. It sucks to tell that there are a lot of, like, for me, my opinion, if you don't like to have a kid, if you don't want to have a kid, then wait for that to grow and give it to somebody else who deserves it.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But before you guys became pregnant, if girls, I mean, before y'all became, go have a plan to get pregnant and have a kid, think about this. Are you stable enough? Are you physically stable? Are you financially stable? Or you're fully committed to become a parent? You have to think about it. Not the way you want it, but on the right time. You know? The reason why I talk to y'all about this is because one, I may not be a mother, but I am a godmother of one godson
And
from the Philippines.
I am technically a godfather of one of my family member kids.
I'm a godmother. Like I said, I'm a godmother of one godson from the Philippines. Yeah, he's already 11 years old, and he is my lucky charm. That made me won the prom queen of the Best Buddies Benil 2019, which was the happiest day of my entire freaking life. However, I had a lesson learned when one of my nanny's daughter got pregnant because she had unprotected sex. She got pregnant. She lost her opportunity as a dancer, fearing that she will gain weight, and she had a hard time to find a job and stability to pay for her kids' food, stuff, and the needs. That is the worst downfall right there. That's untimely pregnancy right there. And you don't want that to happen. That's the reason why, babe, I'll share to you family planning. You do family planning when you guys are married. Or actually when you guys in a relationship, when you guys are engaged, actually, when y'all are married without kids yet. For us, we don't plan to get kids for now because we're not that wise yet, and we want to have kids when we are old enough.
That's true.
We don't want to tell you when, but we will tell y'all if we can. That for now, because both of us were still kids at heart. We still want to learn something more, and we want to learn something that we never knew because we basically missed everything.
True.
So we want us to be more stable first. We want to be more responsible first for ourselves, because you cannot help we cannot help other people if we don't know how to be responsible on our own. We just want to take it slow but surely. You know what I'm saying, baby?
I know. And we're getting close to end of the live stream because it is 12:20 now.
And there in the Philippines, I guess it's 12:20 in the afternoon. And one of our friends might be coming here or not.
He'll be probably here around 1.
Okay.
But we'll probably be only talking to him about a couple of minutes before he go out.
All right.
But yeah. But it's late at night and I got work at 12 tomorrow.
Oh, baby. But we're excited that we're having another deep topic, but we're happy that we're doing it because this is for the common good.
I know, and for the autistic community, because if we don't get it out there, you can guarantee there are going to be a lot of abortions against autistic people before they're even born. So yeah, it's one of the reasons why I don't support abortions.
I don't support abortion either.
I don't do it because of religion. I do it because of science.
I do it. I don't like abortion because I do it in a religious view. I do it on a religious perspective.
Now I hope you guys understand. And I hope you guys think the video was good. Please like and subscribe. I hope everybody having a great Saturday, early morning. I hope everybody looking forward to the weekend. I hope everybody keeping cool because of the summer.
Yep.
And we'll talk to you guys later. Signing out. Bye guys.
Bye guys.